Hey, good morning, Bobcat Nation. It's me. All right, so today is Thursday, so I am reading with you, and we are going to read Charlotte's Web. Of course, we're almost there. Look at that. Look how much progress we've made. All right, so this title of this chapter is called Good Progress, right? All right, so let's go get into it. And you might be aware, I am at Washington. Yay! All right, let's get started. All right, good progress. Far into the night, while the other creatures slept, Charlotte worked on her web. First, she ripped out a few of the orb lines near the center. She left the radial lines alone, as they were needed for support. As she worked, her 8 legs were a great help to her. So were her teeth. She loved to weave, and she was an expert at it. When she was finished ripping things out, her web looked something like this. You can see a picture of it. Right. A spider can produce several kinds of thread. She used a dry thread for fountain lines, and she used a sticky thread for some snare lines, and ones that catch and hold insects. Charlotte decided to use her dry thread for writing the new message. If I write the word terrific with sticky thread, she thought, every bug that comes along will get stuck in it and spoil the effect. Now, let's see. The first letter is T. Charlotte climbed to a point on top of the left-hand side of the web, swinging her spinnerets into positions. She attached her thread and then dropped down. As she dropped, her spinning tubes went into action and she let out thread. At the bottom, she attached the thread. This formed an upright part of the letter T. Charlotte was not satisfied, however. She climbed up and made another attachment, right next to the first. Then she carried the line down so that she had a double line instead of a single line. It will show up better if I make the whole thing with double lines. She climbed back up, moved over about an inch to the left, touched her spinnerets to the web, and then carried a line across to the right, forming the top of the T. She repeated this, making it double. Her 8 legs were very busy helping. Now for the E. Charlotte got so interested in her work, she began to talk to herself. I do that all the time. So though, to cheer herself on. If you had been sitting quietly in the barn cellar that evening, you would have heard something like this. Now for the R. Up, here we go. Attach, descend, pay, out, line. Whoa, attach, good. Up you go. Repeat. Attach, descend, pay, out, line. Whoa, girl, steady now. Attach, climb, attach. Over to the right, pay, out, line, attach. Now right and down and swing that loop around and around. Now to the left, attach, climb, repeat. Okay, easy, keep those lines together. Now, then, out and down to the leg of the R, pay out the line. And so, talking to herself, the spider worked at her difficult task. It was completed. She felt hungry. She ate a small bug that she had been saving. Then she slept. Next morning, Wilbur arose and stood beneath the web. He breathed the morning air into his lungs. Drops of dew catching the sun made the web stand out clearly. When Lurvy arrived with breakfast, there was the handsome pig, and over him, woven neatly in block letters, with the word terrific. Another miracle. Lurvy rushed and called Mr. Zuckerman. Mr. Zuckerman rushed and called Mrs. Zuckerman. Mrs. Zuckerman ran to the phone and called the Airbles. The Airbles climbed into the truck and hurried over. And there's the web where it says terrific, right? Everybody stood at the pig pen and stared at the web and read the word over and over, while Wilbur, who felt terrific, stood quietly swelling out his chest and swinging his snout side to side. Terrific, breathed Zuckerman in joyful admiration. Edith, you better phone the reporter on the Weekly Chronicle and tell him what had happened. He will want to know about this. He may want to bring a photographer. There isn't a pig in the whole state that is as terrific as this pig. The news spread. People had journeyed to see Wilbur when she was some pig, came back again to see now that he was terrific. That afternoon, when Mr. Zuckerman went to milk the cows and clean out the tie-ups, he was still thinking about the wondrous pig he owned. Lurvy, he called. There is to be no more cow manure thrown down at the pig pen. I have a terrific pig. I want that pig to have clean, bright straw every day for his bedding, understand? Yes, sir, said Lurvy. Furthermore, said Mr. Zuckman, I want you to start building a crate for Wilbur. I have decided to take the pig to the county fair on September 6th. Make the crate large and paint it green with gold letters. What will the letters say? Asked Lurvy. They should say, Zuckerman's famous pig. All right, we'll stop right there. There are a couple more pages to this chapter, and it's kind of a long one. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. So I guess there's a second miracle when Charlotte wrote terrific, and I guess her plan's kind of working. So now Wilbur is getting carte blanche service. He's getting a special crate, and he's going to take him to the fair. So we'll see what's going to happen when they go to the fair. There's one little thing I would like to point out, just because I read this book 101 times, that the state fair is in September, and this is happening during summertime. So we kind of think about summer as joyful, carefree, all the animals are just having fun, and the fair is going to be in the fall, right? Even though it's September, it's still kind of warm, but there is a thing that we talked a lot about transition. And this book is really a lot about transition, right? Going from childhood to adulthood, life and death, unfortunately. It's just part of life. So we'll look forward. I'm looking forward to kind of finishing up this book. There's a lot of amazing things, and it is kind of a coming-of-age book. All right, with that being said, guys, I hope you're doing well today. I hope you're staying safe. Fabiola, I love all the hearts and squares. Take care of yourself. Be safe. Make sure that you are remaining your 6 feet apart. And I will talk to you on Tuesday. All right, guys. Take care. Bye.